It's often said that where there's a will, there's a way. A rather fitting saying when it comes to the knight who built this castle. He sincerely believed he'd be resurrected after his death and so put in a very unusual condition in his will. Find out who he was and where I am and how he finally got his way in just a moment. Today's house hunters are leaving their congested northwest London suburb for space and the chance to earn some extra cash.
This year, they're going to be taking home about £34,000.
Wow. And although the dream is big, we've got plenty to offer that's right on target.
It's actually everything that we're looking for, isn't it?
Yeah, totally.
Today I'm in Cornwall at Pentilly Castle, completed by Sir James Tilley in 1698. Now, Sir James was so convinced of his own immortality that his final wish was to be dressed in his best clothes and to be sat right at this very spot overlooking his estate to await resurrection. Now, his faithful servants carried out his request, bringing his corpse fresh food and wine over 2 years. Now, it was thought his remains were taken to a nearby church, but just 3 years ago, his body was discovered in a vault here at the mausoleum, still seated in the chair. So, in a way, some 300 years after his death, he managed to achieve a kind of resurrection, but not in the way he might have imagined. Cornwall is made up of villages and towns, each one within 25 miles of the sea. But house buyers beware, as waterfront properties in the southwest can command a huge premium, costing up to 75% more than those inland. Having said that, the average price of a detached home here comes in at just under £278,000. Now that's around £20,000 below the national figure. But today's buyers may need to have deep pockets, as it's the lure of the sea that's drawing them to this enchanting coastal county. Semi-retired Steve runs a chauffeur business and met retail assistant Gulin, or Goo, at a party 7 years ago. They've been living together in Pinner, northwest London, for 5 years, and they're soon to take their relationship to the next level.
We've got plans to get married next year, and if we're in Cornwall by then, I'm guessing we'll be getting married in Cornwall, and it'd be lovely to have a beach wedding. I know that's what Goo's always wanted to do.
But before they tie the knot, there's another plan in place that involves a radical change of lifestyle from the one they're used to in London.
I've always wanted to live by the coast. I used to holiday a lot with my parents when I was younger down in the West Country. A lot of seaside beach holidays, proper bucket and spade jobs. And it's a dream I've always had.
I lived in Cyprus for 11 years, and ending up by the sea, it's something I always wanted to do. So it's a great opportunity for us both to start a new venture together.
For Gulin, the move to Cornwall means leaving the suburban 3-bedroom semi that has been her family home for 23 years.
Pinner's a beautiful place to live in. It's a great place to bring up children, but now the children are growing up, it's got much busier, and I believe it's time to get out.
So the timing is right to make the move, and they know exactly where they want to be.
We're looking at the Liskeard area. We love the West Country in general, but we've looked at a few houses in the Liskeard area, like the area, the fact that it's in touch of both coasts. We're in half an hour of the north or the south coast. And we want to move with the thought of running a business from home with a holiday letting, and it's a great location to hopefully attract the customers we want.
Their prospective clientele aren't the only ones who'll be taking advantage of the coastal location.
One of my main hobbies is sailing. It's been a passion of mine from my school years. My school had a sailing club, which is where I learned to sail, and I still sail with that club now all these years later.
As well as space for boats and classic cars, the new home needs enough room for Steve and Gulin's beloved Pooch to stretch her legs.
We have a wonderful dog called Boo. She's an Alaskan Malamute. We had her since she was 3 months old. I can't wait to move to Cornwall so I can walk her as well. At the moment, because I'm busy working, I rarely get the opportunity to take her out for walks.
With a focus on spending more quality time together, this upcoming relocation heralds an exciting new venture for the couple.
This move means a lot to us, both of us. It will be a house that we'll be buying together. We'll be putting our stamp on it together and starting our business together. So I can't really wait, and I know it will be just great, hopefully.
Steve and Goulin want easy access to both coastlines in the eastern portion of Cornwall near Liskeard, so we'll be focusing our search in the pretty countryside surrounding the town. But before we start looking at potential properties, we're all meeting up to get a better understanding of the type of home they hope to find. What a beautiful day. Stephen Goulin, lovely to meet you. Well, what is it about this county that really appeals?
Cornwall is a beautiful place. I always wanted to move by the sea, and I believe this is where we're going to be very happy.
It's been a wanderlust of mine for many, many years, and we're now in a position to do it. And we're both young enough to form a new life down here, and we're looking forward to it. This
move isn't just about the lifestyle, is it? You also want to have a business as well. Tell me a bit more about that.
We do. Neither of us have got a true pension, so we're looking at a sort of semi-retirement that will provide us with an income that won't involve sort of 24-hour work.
Now, with this move, different life, different business, different property, because I'm sure your house in London isn't going to look like the one down here. So,
not at all.
In your mind, Goo, what does it look like? How many bedrooms does this new home have?
At least 3 bedrooms to begin with, that'd be great. A lovely through lounge, big garden, and fair-sized kitchen is what I'm looking for. No beams and modern looking.
And Steve, tell me about the business side, the holiday lets, B&B, whatever it is you decide to do. You know, ideally, how big is that side going to be of the business?
Ideally, I guess we'd like 2 or 3 holiday lets on the property, run as a holiday let rather than a bed and breakfast. I think a bit more hands-off.
Already done, or would you like the project and do a little bit of what yourself?
I'm open to a project. I think Goulin would like an up-and-running business, but if something's got potential with more outbuildings, then, yeah, I'd be happy to look at developing it.
Well, let's talk about your budget.
OK.
Remind us what you've got to spend.
OK, $750 will keep us mortgage-free. If we can find something that's got holiday lets that will provide the income to pay the mortgage, we're happy to take on a mortgage.
Yeah. So give me that top budget then.
I guess $850 to $9 if we could absolutely push ourselves, if the income ability was there or the potential was there.
Yeah. Well, we do have some rather splendid properties organised to show you. So, should we hit the road and get started?
Oh, yes, please.
Come on then, this way.
Okay.
For an absolute top budget of £900,000, Steve and Goulin are looking for a Cornish home that has modern living areas, 3 bedrooms, a kitchen diner, a large garden and outbuildings to store cars and boats. They also need an income from established holiday lets or the potential to create them. We found some fantastic properties to tempt them with, and at each one I'll be asking them to guess the price before I reveal it. And finally, we've got our mystery house, which could put cash into their pockets sooner than they ever imagined. So this business idea, have you managed to do any research yet into, you know, how profitable holiday lets can be?
Yeah, we've got a fair idea. I think it obviously depends very much on the property and just what sort of occupancy rates you can get. But I think if we get it right, it'll work.
Yeah. And in your mind, what percentage of the year do you think you can rent it out?
If we were to get 60% occupancy, I think we'd be okay.
Our first destination is the village of Quithioch, around 5 miles away from the requested location of Liskeard. The first known reference to the town was in the Domesday Book in 1086, but Liskeard really found its mark in the 19th century, when nearby copper and silver mines made this place a wealthy settlement. Its streets offer a good selection of shops, cafes and restaurants. And just 4 miles away from all this is house number 1. Right, let us start, hopefully on a high, with our first property.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Surprised?
Yeah, it's very nice.
Yes, it's very, very nice.
Because it does look rather large, doesn't it?
It does, yes.
Yes. Believe it or not, it used to be an old cattle shed.
Really?
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. Converted in the 1980s.
Yeah.
It isn't one property. In actual fact, it's 2.
Oh.
So we're liking what we see?
Yes.
Very much so.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's the sort of style that I had in mind, definitely.
Yeah. And what about the location? Because I've taken you away from the city and I've brought you to Oh, the beautiful Cornwall countryside.
Beautiful.
Very nice, very nice. Peaceful.
All we can hear is the birds. It's just great, yeah.
It's a promising start, isn't it? Yes. Let's hope it continues as we look around the house. Constructed from Cornish stone lying on a slope, this barn conversion is actually an upside-down house with 6 bedrooms on the ground floor. There are options to close off part of the property to create an integral 2-storey annex. Up on the first floor, the main living areas make the most of the views over the countryside. So let's start off with our kitchen diner.
Wow.
Got a lovely, wonderful, airy room.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Are we allowed beams in this room?
Do you know what? Yes.
When they're not down here, I think
Very
you'll get
high
away with it.
ceiling, so yes. This I don't mind at all. Very nice.
Cosy?
Very cosy. Modern, cosy. It's actually everything that we're looking for,
It is,
isn't it?
Yeah,
Perfect.
totally.
I'm going to walk us along the corridor and show you the other sitting room stroke kitchen diner,
Okay.
where either you or, again, it could be part of the business will be. This huge vaulted kitchen diner is sandwiched between a sitting room to one side and a cosy snug or study to the other. But we're heading through a doorway in the far wing and into the annex reception rooms. So this door divides up the property. If you like, it's a mirror. So you've got one kitchen diner on one side and then you've got the other one on this. So 2 separate properties. Big wood burner there. So you've got your sort of dining room stroke sitting room. Got mezzanine floor up there for storage.
Which is nice.
So far, so good.
Yeah. Yeah. The staircase takes us down to the ground floor and into a long hallway with access to all the bedrooms. So you have a very, very long corridor with 6 bedrooms, storage, family bathrooms, all along here, all on the one level. Let's take a look at this bedroom.
It's beautifully done. Love the decor. The colours, perfect. Very nice.
What's going through your mind, Steve?
Yeah, that's great. Great, can't fault it.
Yeah.
Beams aren't that low, I wouldn't have to duck.
Well, let's have a wander and head outside as well, because there's still more to show you. If the price is right. So what are we thinking then? You've had the tour. What's our first house currently on the market for?
I'm going to say 790.
790.
800 plus.
800 plus. You're both out. The asking price is under.
Oh.
Really?
If you buy this property, you too will be mortgage free. The asking price is £750,000.
Wow.
Wow. That's impressive.
Shocked and surprised.
Definitely.
Very pleasantly surprised.
Go and have another look on your own this time.
Okay.
Why don't you start off with the other holiday let potential, and then
Cool.
I'll come and
Let's go.
find you when you're ready.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
At £750,000, this beautiful house offers everything Steve and Goulin want for their new Cornish life. With 6 bedrooms and a range of reception rooms, there's potential to divide the property for paying guests, as well as a separate annex to grow the business, all wrapped up in just under 1 acre of land.
So, I mean, it's as good as done, isn't it? We just need to add some finishing touches, some nice pictures, cooker, hob.
Absolutely. Don't need much at all. This is absolutely great for us. I wanted something already up and running, but the fact that it's already been decorated, it's ready to go. We just have to do a little bit, which doesn't put me off at all.
It's going to be a great business opportunity for us. I think that the left-hand half is going to be an ideal holiday let, and the right half, yeah, Goo's very happy with the kitchen diner, so it's a winner.
Right, have you seen enough, you two, yes?
Yes, we have.
Did you love that swimming
I
pool?
love the swimming pool. Absolutely loved it.
I could be your first guest, you see.
Why not?
Let's go.
Okay.
The beautiful county of Cornwall has a strong tradition in sailing. Its 300-mile coastline offers everyone from fishermen to amateur enthusiasts the challenge of the open sea. And one particular make of craft has well-established Cornish roots. The Red Wing dinghy has been a fixture here for over 70 years. And with Steve a keen sailor, we've arranged for him and Gulin to meet 91-year-old boat maker Cliff Adams.
How many Red Wings have you made?
About half the total fleet.
Okay.
And that being about 120, 30, 40 boats.
Wow. That's quite a number.
But not all by myself, with others
Some
working.
in the team. Yeah.
So where does the passion come from?
Well, it's automatic, I think, really. You live beside the sea, and I like working wood at school. That's about the only thing I was good at. So I suppose that's where the passion came from.
Back at his workshop, our couple are getting a rare glimpse of Cliff's latest Red Wing project. The design of these elegant vessels hasn't changed for decades, but over time, Cliff's had to adapt his boats to the materials that are available today.
In the 40s, the firm that I worked for then, we were building a boat in Sitka spruce.
Yeah.
And that is getting in very short supply these days,
Right.
and also very, very expensive. So we go to different materials.
Yeah.
And we use now African mahogany, along with the remainder of the boat in Brazilian cedar,
Yeah.
and the ribs, English oak,
Wow. Okay.
the deck, a mahogany plywood,
Yeah.
and that's the only four materials used in the boat.
It can take over 3 months to carefully craft a Red Wing, drilling, gluing and nailing every single piece into position by hand. But it's all worth the wait. When varnished and the sails are fitted, they are a sight to behold.
So Cliff, 91 years old and still building boats. Where on earth do you get the energy?
No idea. Good health all through my life, I think, and that's just it. Yeah. But I love doing
If I
it.
can get close to your age and I've still got the
Yes,
sailing and
yeah.
playing with boats, I'll be
Yes.
very happy man.
It's a good record,
Yeah.
very good record indeed.
Heading back to the search, it's my job to make Steve and Gulin's house hunting plain sailing. Our second property stop takes us to North Hill, at the edge of Bodmin Moor, just a 10-minute drive from the village of Minions. At nearly 1,000 feet above sea level, the village lays claim to being the highest in Cornwall. Facilities here include a general store and post office, 2 tea rooms, and a pub with bed and breakfast. Our second house is just over 2 miles from the heart of the community, nestled on the fringes of the granite moorland. Well, we've certainly started off well here in Cornwall, and may that theme continue with our next property.
Okay.
I've got silence. Talk to me, both of you. Tell me what you're thinking.
This is very nice. It's like cottage, isn't it? Yeah. Cottagey looking.
I'm interested to see inside.
Inside, yes, because it looks quite small from outside.
But I suspect it's not. There's more to it than what we can see here, I think.
Constructed around 1820, this traditional local stone and slate-built farmhouse was originally part of the Duchy of Cornwall estate. Extended over the years, this house, with its handsome Georgian proportions, offers them a very alternative type of property. You know, you're used to a house that you've lived in,
A red brick semi and pinner, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. And here I'm giving you something extremely different. You know, it's characterful.
Yeah, it's got character.
But
yeah.
it's not what you're used to.
No, but I can't wait to see inside the house.
Oh, look at you. Positivity. Right, come on then, let's see. We're entering via a side porch, which leads straight into the largest room in the house. All right, come on through. Shall we start with the kitchen? Wow.
Nice size.
A good size.
Say that a bit louder.
Good size.
I like the wow bit.
Yeah, I see a range, which I'm guessing you won't like, but that can be changed. That's no problem. But it's a nice, airy space, isn't it?
It is, it is.
What do you think of the colour scheme in the palette? Is this to your liking? Because I know we always say look beyond the decoration, but, you know, Shakespeare-style kitchen, do you like that?
No, I do. I do like it. It actually goes with the house.
Yeah.
In keeping?
I think so.
So, this house is made up of many rooms, I would say, but I'm going to take us through into the sitting room.
Okay.
Okay.
Through a short inner hallway lies a myriad of reception rooms, including a beautiful dining area, a cosy family room, a modern shower room and a handsome study. So you've got lots of different rooms off the hallway, but I wanted to bring you into this room because...
Stunning view.
Yeah.
That is beautiful. Stunning.
I'm going to call that a borrowed view because it'll be yours forever, but you don't have to maintain it.
Good point.
Yeah. Lots of light.
Yes.
Yeah, dual
yes.
aspect.
Yeah.
I love the Georgian windows.
Good, good. Should we head upstairs?
Okay.
I'm sure we'll see the view again from up there. Somewhat lukewarm responses despite the immaculate and contemporary finish presented in this historic farmhouse. Stairs take us to the first floor where there are 4 bedrooms, all doubles, full of character and featuring great views over the surrounding countryside. 3 bedrooms are served by a good-sized, well-appointed modern bathroom. And then we come to the main bedroom. This is your master. How do we feel about this room?
Yeah, it's a nice size. And the view, yeah, just fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the views are lovely.
Yeah.
I don't think there's much storage. That's the first thing that...
Wardrobe space.
Wardrobe space, yes.
The 4 bedrooms up here, the one thing I often suggest to people is, for the majority of the year, it's going to be just the 2 of you. No harm stealing a bedroom and making it a huge walk-in wardrobe.
Yeah, it's true.
Ensuite behind, which I think is always handy.
Yes.
And you don't always get it in the older buildings, so that's nice.
No.
Anything else we're going to add about the upstairs? More bedrooms than you asked for.
It is, yeah. I'm interested to know what the holiday let potential is.
Oh, right, OK, well, that's a good point. Let's go and have a look.
OK.
As we head back downstairs, I'm getting the feeling that this property, gorgeous as it is, might not be to Stephen Goulin's taste. But I'm hoping the outside space might win them over, as it offers them business possibilities in the form of some 4 acres of land, plus outbuildings ripe for conversion. So you can see your property from this angle now, and it has more of the Georgian lines, doesn't it?
It has, yes.
Also, what it does do is show you the holiday let potential. There'd be enough there for 2 or 3 holiday
They would,
lets.
and they certainly would have an amazing view. It's
would,
got
wouldn't they?
potential.
Yes. So what impression am I getting from the 2 of you with this property? I'm not sure. I can't really read you.
To be honest, it's been beautifully done.
Does it feel right to you?
It just doesn't feel like home for us. It's beautifully done, like Steve says, but it's just not for us.
Doesn't feel like our home.
No.
I think the kitchen diner we could make work. The rest of the house we'd probably pull apart and ruin its character, in all honesty.
Well, that's honest.
Yes.
No, that's honest. There's nothing I can say that's going to change your mind. Or is there, when it comes to the price?
Okay.
I'm never going to give up, am I? No. What are we thinking, then?
I would say about 700.
OK.
I think it's under. I think with the work that it needs with the holiday lets, I'd say 635.
No, I'm afraid it's a lot higher than that.
Really?
You would be mortgage-free,
We're paying for that view.
but you're paying for that view, yes. The actual asking price is £750,000.
Wow.
Okay.
Well, that really tells us it's not for us.
No, I haven't won you over at all, have I? Not at all. But not one to be deterred or put off. I'm going to send you back into the house this time.
Okay.
Please take another look at it. And also, don't forget the barns with that conversion possibility and see how your imagination might take hold. Thank you.
Thank
Okay.
you.
It is such a beautiful property, and I'm not just saying that. Look at the view. It was built in 1820. It has the character and charm of an old house, but because it has the contemporary twist, I thought they might love it. Sadly, I was wrong on this occasion. Well within budget, this Georgian home may not be right for our couple, but does boast a beautifully renovated interior, 4 double bedrooms, a great kitchen diner, acres of land, and, for someone with the right vision, that all-important holiday let opportunity.
Okay.
Well, this is going to be a project. potential holiday let. I guess 1 bed.
Not very big, is it?
So, yeah, it takes some time and money, that's for sure.
This is a beautiful house. I love the kitchen. It's very spacious and modern, light. I do love the views. Views are beautiful. I can see why anybody would want to live here. It's just not for us.
And if the house was for us, you know, the work involved and get the holiday lets up to standard wouldn't be an issue. But yeah, the house isn't for us. I can't really think beyond that.
All right, you two. So guess what? That's it for today. You've seen our 2 houses, but I've got more to show you tomorrow.
Fabulous. Looking forward to it.
Let's hit the road. Soon-to-be-married Steve and Goulin are looking to escape a congested Pinner in northwest London and relocate to Cornwall with a top budget of £900,000. So far, we've shown them 2 very different options for their future home and business. And still to come, we've got the mystery house to tempt them with, featuring up-and-running holiday lets at the top of their game.
But this is the premier one, shall we say?
Right. I can see why.
And I'll be looking at one of Cornwall's freshest and possibly tastiest catches.
This is fresh, isn't it?
So it's the second day of our property search here in Cornwall with Steve and Goo. Now, yesterday started off as plain sailing. They both loved the house. And although the business wasn't up and running, Steve wasn't too concerned about it. But Goo, she had her reservations. She'd rather walk in to an ongoing business with a thriving clientele. Our second home, they both admired the view, but lacked to see the charm in the actual house itself. And again, Goo had concerns about doing up the outbuildings and making them into holiday lets. So I'm hoping today we're going to turn over a new leaf, and our couple, both of them, are going to see the profit in our mystery house.
Any inkling what we've got lined up for the mystery?
I think you're going to stretch our budget and probably find us something that's got a lot of income potential.
Our mystery house is located in the tiny village of St Breward, which sits on the western fringes of Bodmin Moor. With its pub, local store, post office and Norman church, this area is a magnet for walkers, and many would probably pass our mystery house, which is just a stone's throw from the village centre.
So our final reveal is our mystery house.
Okay.
Complete with holiday cottages, I can see.
Nothing gets past you, Steve, does it? Nothing gets
I can
past
see
you.
at least 3, I think.
You're absolutely right. There's 4 stone cottages in total. As you noticed, it's already been done.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah?
I love it.
Already done. I can talk about the business in more detail because I know it interests you both. But this is your home because for us, that's as important as the business. You want to make sure you're happy on both levels.
Our mystery house is actually made up of 4 separate properties. To the front of the plot is the first let. Across an open driveway is the main house with an attached side annex. In the opposite corner of the site is the final property, which is also up and running as a rental. And that's where we're beginning our tour. Entering through the front door and up a few steps, we arrive at the main living area.
This is just one of the holiday lets.
Okay.
Wow, I'm surprised. Couldn't even believe there was an upstairs from outside.
Yeah.
Look at the
That
view.
is impressive.
The other holiday lets do really well, but this is the premier one, shall we
Right.
say.
Right. I can
See
see
why.
why.
This can be let 52 weeks of the year.
Right.
The business has about 50% returns, which is
Okay.
enormous.
Yeah.
This year, they're going to be taking home about £34,000. Yeah, quite a lot.
Yeah.
So you might have to roll up your sleeves straight away.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah?
Impressed.
Very
Yeah.
impressed.
Good. Wouldn't need to
Definitely.
do anything, would you?
No, not at all. It's ready to go,
All
isn't
right.
it?
Well, let's see if we can get the balance right. Let's
Yeah.
go back outside and we'll go
Okay.
Okay.
take a look at the main house, shall we?
Okay.
This let also has a light and airy double bedroom and a well-appointed shower room. Adjacent is another cottage. It also has a fully fitted kitchen, 2 bedrooms, one with a double and the other currently fitted with 2 single beds. The final rental is attached to the main house. With its own private entrance, this annex has a good-sized reception room which leads directly onto the kitchen. Upstairs here, a double bedroom nestles under the slope of the roof. But we're going to take a look at what could be Stephen Goulin's portion of the house, where the mystery finally reveals itself with beams aplenty.
So here is your property. You like next door, don't you?
I do.
We'll live in that one and rent this one.
OK, I'm going to put you in that one and you can rent this one out. That's
No
the
problem.
deal.
It's very nice.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't change anything?
I think we're both unsure about a range just because we don't know them, but the more I play with them, the more actually I think they're probably very usable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then next door, you have your conservatory leading out to your garden.
OK. Can we go and have a look?
Yeah, come on, let's have a look.
Heading through the conservatory used for dining, double doors lead us to the main sitting room.
Oh, my
Yes.
goodness. I think that deep breath said it all. Can you see past them, or does it really upset you? Because I have done quite well with beams in this house, haven't I?
You have, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure, to be honest. The ceiling's quite low as well, isn't it?
No.
To me, it feels quite low.
I suppose going away, what you've got to weigh up is, does the house, the location, the up and running business outweigh the negativity with the beams? And I suppose in a way that's only something you can decide.
I'll have to think about that.
Also on this floor is a second reception-cum-music room with stairs up to the first floor. Here there's a good-sized master with built-in wardrobes, a bright second double, and a single bedroom currently fitted with a cabin bed. Across the hallway is a family bathroom with separate shower cubicle.
Well, let's head outside, shall we, Steve? You can go back out through the conservatory. I'll show you the grounds and we can talk money.
The modest-sized lawned garden feels much bigger as it backs directly onto open Cornish countryside.
Yeah, we're in a great part of Cornwall. For the more sort of commercial set that want to come down here and see the true beauty of this county and walk
It's a
in...
walker's paradise.
Exactly,
isn't it?
walk in the moors, yeah, with their dogs. So we are going to discuss finances now. What are we thinking with our mystery house, with the holiday lets and our ongoing business? You've got to try and put a price on it.
I will say, because of the business side of things, perhaps about 800,000.
Right.
I'm going to go in at 749.
They are asking for offers over £700,000.
That is a surprise.
Wow. OK, I was well out.
Just a little bit.
Well, I don't mind you being out because you were over rather than under.
Yes.
And what that does mean, should this take your fancy, our mystery house, and work its magic, you could have a business that's already successful, up and running. It doesn't really need an awful lot doing to it. Consider the area as well, and whether our mystery house might be your next property.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The exposed beams may be a problem for Goulin, but this wonderful Cornish holiday cottage complex really does offer everything they've requested for their country escape. It will give them a 3-bedroom home for themselves and high-quality letting accommodation in the form of 3 cottages, complete with bookings, all set in a desirable holiday destination at the edge of Bodmin Moor.
It's a very good size. Good size for a family of 4, would you say?
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. I can see the potential in this house. I could see where I could make it work for us. Certainly downstairs, a little bit of remodelling. I guess the major problem for Goulin would be the eaves height upstairs. He's quite claustrophobic. I don't think there's much we could do to change that.
The style of the house isn't to my liking. The biggest thing for me is the low beams. I don't like low beams, and I don't think we can actually do anything to change that, even though we paint it white. I know it's there, so it would bother me.
Right, that's it. You've seen all our properties.
have.
When I say all our properties, there's a lot here, isn't there, to get
Certainly
round?
is.
So should we go somewhere, have a sit down, you two can have a chat amongst yourselves?
Okay.
I'll join you, and I'm actually very keen to find out what's going to happen next.
Okay.
Tourism has always been big business in Cornwall, with people drawn to the county's rugged coastline and glorious countryside. But there is another industry that has been a major earner for over 600 years: fishing. I've come to Looe on the south coast to meet fishmonger Angela Pengelly.
Angela, lovely to meet you.
Hello, Nikki.
She's been at the helm of a business that's been up and running for over half a century. They specialise in line-caught fish, no trawler-caught catches here. This traditional technique is a responsible and sustainable method, and some believe brings a higher standard of fish to the table.
The quality is second to none.
Is it really?
Absolutely. When fish is caught in a net, it drowns, and this fish is stiffer. The eyes are bulbous.
So you can really tell the difference?
Yes, I pick the best that they land.
Expect to pay a premium for these beauties, though. The hook and line fisherman can spend many hours out at sea, but only catch a fraction of what the trawlermen haul on board. Line fishing can be a tough business, and the financial returns are lower. I'm waiting quayside for trawlerman turned line fisherman Mike Wright.
Not only has he bought the fish, but he's bought the sun as well. Hey, Mike.
Hi, Nick.
How are you, sir?
Not too bad. Thank you very much.
Good to meet you. I want to discuss with you the whole process of how you hook, line, fish. So what have you got in your hand? Because it looks like an odd contraption.
It is a rod. This is
What's that?
a dive board. This is a.
It looks like a large plectrum.
It is. It's towed for the water at this angle, which makes this behind it, which is all wrapped up. But when it's let out, tows behind it, and tows these lures, which the fish, for some reason, find attractive.
So this is the line, obviously.
Yeah.
The lures, you call them a lure? That's
these
the
are
bait?
lures, yeah. And I use very large hooks, which means that the small fish don't tend to get hurt, so you only catch bigger fish.
Mike has had a good morning with a catch of pollock, but before they can even leave the quayside, every line-caught fish is tagged so it can always be sourced.
So let's talk about this tag. So this is what I've got to look out for. So number 86.
Is my number.
What's the name of your boat?
Julia's Girl.
All right, and every single thing which leaves this quayside, caught by you,
We'll have a tag on it.
legally can be tagged.
That's it. So get the next one up.
So literally.
If I hold that up, you can
Yeah.
put that
Oh,
one in.
look at the gill. Look at that. Is that the gills?
That's the gills.
Wow. This is fresh, isn't it? And then just push it down,
That's it.
and that's it.
There you go.
Thank you very much.
And thank you for your help.
You can take those to market now, can't you?
Right, we'll take those in now.
I'll let you carry them. They look heavy. So we've shown Stephen Gu our property offerings here in Cornwall. Impressive houses with businesses already up and running, or the potential to do so. But have we secured a deal with them? Let's find out. So Gu and Steve, what a beautiful spot to finish our house hunt here in Cornwall. I wonder, have we got close at all?
Oh, I think with the first property, yeah, very.
You were very taken with it straight away, weren't you?
The interior was right up our street, and I love the mix of the old and new.
Yes.
And it certainly has got some holiday potential.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that Gu was totally taken with the fact that some of the holiday accommodation had joined the house. But
Like Steve, I absolutely love the property. It's everything we were looking for in the house, isn't it?
Yeah.
So,
Ooh.
maybe.
Ooh.
except possibly the view. The other two properties, we would have had to have done so much work to have made them suitable for us. And with the second one especially, we would have destroyed its character.
Yeah, well, that's very honest of you to say that. That's very honest, because it did have a lot of character. It had a lot of charm, but what, some people see as character and charm doesn't work for others.
No.
And but you loved the views, didn't
It
you?
was beautiful.
Well, hopefully we have helped
Well, at least point you in the right direction and get you that little bit closer.
Yes, yeah.
We wish you all the best.
Thank you, thank you.
And we want you to have a very successful business as well as this wonderful life down here.
Thank you so
and
much.
thank you very much for this week.
Thank you.
Well, I do think we got quite close with our first property with Steve and Goo. But for me, the last few days have illustrated that our couple do have a healthy and realistic budget for what they're after. That perfect house with the business attached. I'm hoping that by this time next year, not only will they be happily married, but also happily settled in their new Cornish home. So that's it from me, and I'll see you again soon on Escape to the Country.
Steve and Goulin decided to change their search area and have just had an offer accepted on a property in North Wales. We wish them well with their Welsh adventure. If you would like to escape to the country in England, Northern Ireland, Wales or Scotland and need our help, you can apply online at bbc.co.uk/be on a show.
It's often said that where there's a will, there's a way. A rather fitting saying when it comes to the knight who built this castle. He sincerely believed he'd be resurrected after his death and so put in a very unusual condition in his will. Find out who he was and where I am and how he finally got his way in just a moment.
Today's house hunters are leaving their congested northwest London suburb for space and the chance to earn some extra cash.
This year, they're going to be taking home about £34,000.
Wow. And although the dream is big, we've got plenty to offer that's right on target.
It's actually everything that we're looking for, isn't it?
Yeah,
Perfect.
totally.
Today I'm in Cornwall at Pentilly Castle, completed by Sir James Tilley in 1698. Now, Sir James was so convinced of his own immortality that his final wish was to be dressed in his best clothes and to be sat right at this very spot overlooking his estate to await resurrection. Now, his faithful servants carried out his request, bringing his corpse fresh food and wine over 2 years. Now, it was thought his remains were taken to a nearby church, but just 3 years ago, his body was discovered in a vault here at the mausoleum, still seated in the chair. So, in a way, some 300 years after his death, he managed to achieve a kind of resurrection, but not in the way he might have imagined. Cornwall is made up of villages and towns, each one within 25 miles of the sea. But house buyers beware, as waterfront properties in the southwest can command a huge premium, costing up to 75% more than those inland. Having said that, the average price of a detached home here comes in at just under £278,000. Now that's around £20,000 below the national figure. But today's buyers may need to have deep pockets, as it's the lure of the sea that's drawing them to this enchanting coastal county.
Semi-retired Steve runs a chauffeur business and met retail assistant Goulin, or Goo, at a party 7 years ago. They've been living together in Pinner, northwest London, for 5 years, and they're soon to take their relationship to the next level.
We've got plans to get married next year, and if we're in Cornwall by then, I'm guessing we'll be getting married in Cornwall, and it'd be lovely to have a beach wedding. I know that's what Goo's always wanted to do.
But before they tie the knot, there's another plan in place that involves a radical change of lifestyle from the one they're used to in London.
I've always wanted to live by the coast. I used to holiday a lot with my parents when I was younger down in the West Country. A lot of seaside beach holidays, proper bucket and spade jobs. And it's a dream I've always had.
I lived in Cyprus for 11 years and ending up by the sea, it's something I always wanted to do. So it's a great opportunity for us both to start a new venture together.
For Goulin, the move to Cornwall means leaving the suburban 3-bedroom semi that has been her family home for 23 years.
Pinner's a beautiful place to live in. It's a great place to bring up children, but now the children are growing up, it's got much busier and I believe it's time to get out.
So the timing is right to make the move, and they know exactly where they want to be.
We're looking at the Liskeard area, We love the West Country in general, but we've looked at a few houses in the Liskeard area, like the area, the fact that it's in touch of both coasts. We're within half an hour of the north or the south coast. And we want to move with the thought of running a business from home with a holiday letting, and it's a great location to hopefully attract the customers we want.